This is Bruce Boudreau, and it's time for Clay's Canucks commentary live. Let's go with Clay right now.
Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks commentary live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I am Canuck Clay Emo, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take for Monday, February the 27th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. I'm warning you, I'm not going to go too long tonight because this is my third show. So if you've been with me all night, thank you. I did Game Over Vancouver for SDPN with Scott Rintoul, and that was an excellent show. A lot of fun, one of the biggest ones there so far. And Scott was great talking about the game, the Canucks, and his wonderful podcast on the West Coast Express. Then I just got done doing a massive show with Parker. We had 170 people in there at our peak, which was really great. But we went for a full hour talking about the Canucks trades and trades from all across the league. And then I still wanted indeed to be here with you. So I might go just for 30 or 35 minutes, just be forewarned. I don't want to get sick. I don't think I'm going to get sick again. I think getting sick is all mental sometimes. But yes, so I'll go for 30 or 35 minutes. But let's get going with acknowledging this wonderful donation from legendary Lucas Gates. Lucas, thank you. Hsmfangirl, yes, that was the nickname that Scott Rintoul gave me when I was comparing myself to Hsmfangirl, at least our positive attitudes. So Hsmfangirl, or as he said, Hsmfangirl, like, sub, member, and more. I guess I challenged the chat to get this channel up to 10 Clay. Well, thank you for, first and foremost, thank you, Lucas, for your donation. And I will mention that. I'll give you a quick update in just about a minute or so. So thank you, Lucas. So moderators, in advance, thank you. Do what you got to do. Members, that's Legends, Hall of Fame members, and franchise members, thanks to all of you. By the way, I hope you guys saw my post Legends and Hall of Fame members. We forgot to do our group Zoom chat on Sunday. I got so busy with other stuff. So we'll be doing that next Sunday. Check the membership, check the community tab on my page. So again, that will be indeed our monthly Zoom chat for Legend and Hall of Fame members. So thanks to members of all levels, and thanks to all of you, no matter where you're watching from. Whether you're in my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston and Richmond, in the city, Lower Mainland, province, country, continent, or around the world, thank you for being here. I know that you could be watching, doing anything else, getting ready for work, school, or bed, or all three. Thank you for being here. I always appreciate you. I never take you for granted. So there are 50 of you in here now, which is great. Thank you. There are 19 likes, not bad. So let's get that up for sure. I would love to see that number go up. And as always, subscribe so you can get active in the chat section so you can receive my videos every day. Like the video, like I just asked you to. Leave a donation like Lucas did. He already has the donation train out of the station. You can gift memberships, which is in essence a $5 donation, or you can become a member or upgrade your own membership. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, thank you. Make sure you rate and review. I'll go for about 15 minutes, recap the game, then recap the quickly the trade that the Canucks did today, and then I will turn it over to all of you. Sound good? Sound great. Right now, I am at, as we get closer to the road to 10 Clay, I'm at 9925. So yeah, I've grown by about 75 subscribers over the past 4 days, ever since the Canucks were starting to make trades and do other things. So pretty cool. I think I did not hit my 10 Clay goal by the end of 2022, but I think I'm going to be way ahead. At least unless something crazy happens, I think I'm going to be way ahead of my April 30 goal. So maybe in the next week sometime, maybe closer to trade deadline. So thank you, everyone. We're at 9925. My plan right now is to do the 9,000 subscriber giveaway on Wednesday. So something worth it, but not massive. And then for 10 o'clock, I wish, for 10 Clay, I will be doing a much bigger giveaway with multiple prizes. We'll play the wheel for as long as we want to, including tickets to a Canucks game. So look forward to that sometime in the next week or two for sure. Thanks, everyone. Let's go with tonight's game. I will just highlight a few things for you. And the Canucks win 5-4. They beat the Dallas Stars. And it is a weird game from a standpoint of Demko was pretty good in his first game back. And Jake Ottinger, surprisingly, was not very good. Really quickly, the goal is Beauvillier scores after PD does that turnaround, shoot it to the net. The Ottinger kicks the rebound out, and then Beauvillier puts it by him on almost like a one-timer, puts it up high. Jamie Benn scores shorthanded after PD and Hughes had a miscommunication. Ben goes in he was a lot faster than I thought he was actually, and then Demko's backing up and can't keep the puck out of the net. Sheldon Dries scores on a power play. Second unit gets in time, tipping home a Connor Garland point shot. And then Podkolzin scores to round up the scoring in the first period. Aturatu with a really nice pass into the middle. Podkolzin dekes one guy and puts it past Ottinger. So 3-1 after 1. Dadonov scores on a pretty good rush up the middle. The Canucks defense still pretty bad, but I'll get to that in a second. Beauvillier then scores a second of the night. Sweet feed from Quinn Hughes, backhand. Beauvillier one-times it. Rupert Hintz scores and power play goal through Demko's legs, and now it's 4-3. Niels Lundqvist scores on a goal that goes off of Brock Besser. He ties it up with 17 minutes to go. And then Andrei Kuzmenko, after a lengthy delay, they say Beauvillier stayed onside or had control of the puck, and then Kuzmenko makes no mistake with the tip. So Kuzmenko his 28th goal of the year and always coming through clutch. Let me just acknowledge Jason's donation. Thank you, Jason. A $6, basically a $7 donation from Jason. Let's give Jason some love in the chat for sure. You know, you look at these stats, the Stars almost outshot the Canucks 2-1. So I think, and you know, without Miller, you're already not without Horvat. Without Miller, you knew that the Canucks were going to struggle in the faceoff circle, which they did. Power play, they go 1 for 3. They give up one power play goal, but they also give up a shorthanded goal. They out-hit, they out-block. So it's nice to see them take away those hustle stats or win those. Biggest takeaways for me, Beauvillier has 2 and 1 for 3. Kuzmenko has 1 and 2 for 3. And then Quinn Hughes has 3 assists. Make that 16 multi-point games for him this season, tying Canucks record for defensemen, and he still has 22 games to surpass that, which is pretty good. PD with 4 shots on goal, Hughes with 6 shots on goal, Burrows and Myers with 4 hits each, Joshua with 5, and then you see 6 blocks by PD, which is pretty darn impressive when your best player is blocking the most shots, which is good. And another 5 from Tyler Myers. Look at this ice time. Newly acquired Vitaly Kravtsov, only 9 minutes. Aturatu, only 4 minutes of ice time, despite getting that 1 assist. And then Demko making 34 saves on 38 shots, whereas Ottinger only made 16 saves on 21 shots. A rare off night for him. Here's my biggest takeaway. Yes, Beauvillier was good. Yes, Kuzmenko was good, coming up so clutch. I wonder how many of his 28 goals have come as either game winners or game tying goals. But here's the thing, and I said this to Parker, and I said this to Scott Rintoul. If you told me that the Canucks would beat the Dallas Stars, a Dallas Stars team that's fighting for first place in the Central Division, if you told me that the Canucks would beat them with 4 defensemen of their 6 being Wolanin, Brisebois, Burrows, and Juleson, and then you have Kravtsov making his debut, and you have Aturatu still playing, only 4 minutes, and that you're going to get outshot 38-21, and you're going to give up a power play goal and a shorthanded goal. If you told me that they would win 5-4, I'm not sure if I would believe you. So that's the crazy team thing about this team is the games that you think they should lose, or at least it's easy to say that now in hindsight, that they don't. They don't. So what ends up happening is I'll just pull up the standings now. With this win, you know how I keep talking about that the Canucks are one of 7 teams that have a chance to win the draft lottery? Well, the Canucks have kind of separated themselves from 5 of those 6 teams because they're at 53 and 60. I guess Arizona could win their game in hand and they could only be 2 behind. But if they don't, then it's a 4-point gap. Arizona, San Jose, Chicago, Anaheim, and Columbus. Now, I'm not worried about the Canucks overtaking Montreal or Philly right now. So I predicted last week that when someone pressed me what place do you think the Canucks are going to finish in? My gut feeling is that they're going to finish 6th from the bottom, and that's exactly where they are right now. I think Jason's enjoying his church's chicken. I think I'm not sure if Jack's still here. I'll just highlight this because he wants to go. I'm going to go to bed, but one question I got is, PD doesn't want to sign a long-term extension. Do we trade him at the draft or Bedard or one of the top 4? Would you be on with that? If he doesn't sign his extension, no, you don't have to trade him this year because we still have him under contract for another year. So I'm not sure that we rush. Of course, if it means trading for first overall, it's going to take a lot more than PD. You got to consider that, but I highly doubt that the team sitting at first overall is going to give up a chance to draft Connor Bedard. One other thing I want to bring up today is a day after trading for, or maybe it's 2 days. I think the Kravtsov trade was on Saturday. The Canucks today made another trade, and they actually were able to trade Riley Stillman. And they traded Riley Stillman and his contract, which is for $1.35 million, not only this year, but next year as well. So the Canucks were able to trade Riley Stillman, and they get to Buffalo, and they get back a 19-year-old prospect named Josh Bloom. Now, Bloom is a point-per-game player in the Ontario Hockey League. He's only 19 years old, and as Cam Robinson says here, and I showed this on Canucks After Dark as well, and Cam Robinson is a prospects expert, which I'm not. Quick thoughts on Josh Bloom now with Vancouver. Plus-rated skater. He moves really well for a big guy. Strong release. Decent hands. Good size. Gets to the net. Has improved the game substantially in the last 2 seasons. So I guess this is him. We can watch him do his thing. That was nice. Good control. Good speed. Good hands. Cam also says, I'll also add, he's a very capable penalty killer. This is a versatile forward with realistic NHL upside. Sure makes that second rounder they attached to Dickinson to get Stillman a little less painful to swallow. So what he's referring to is when the Canucks traded for Riley Stillman, we traded away Jason Dickinson and a 2024 second rounder because that's kind of the price of getting rid of Dickinson's contract and his $3 million a year. So if Josh Bloom can turn out to be a regular NHLer, then I think we are happy with that trade today. And I know a lot of people were happy that the Canucks were able to rid themselves of Riley Stillman. Let's give some love to Harry. Thank you for the $2 super sticker, Harry. I appreciate you. Give some love to Harry in the chat for sure. And no, I'm not going to the game on March 8th because it's a Wednesday night. That is my bowling night. But I will be at least doing Game Over. No, not a bowling night. Sorry, Wednesday night's my church night. But I think I have Game Over Vancouver on that night as well. Let me do my mid-show sponsor read, and then I will turn it over to you. You can talk about the game. You can talk about the trade of Riley Stillman for Josh Bloom or anything else you want to talk about. But yeah, I'll only go for a total of about 35 minutes or so just because I've done the other 2 shows already. Shout out to my primary sponsor, Van City Experts Real Estate. Contact Jason Lim and his team for all of your real estate needs. Shout out to my secondary sponsor, Perform and Transform Personal Training and Weight Loss. You can sign up now for a free 21-day weight loss challenge. Use the link ptformweightloss.com/CanuckClay. It's going across the bottom of your screen right there. And then Coach Patrick will contact you. Thank you to Gassy Jack Art, maker of this fine artwork. Thank you to Monkey Nine Brewing, my eternal sponsor. And thank you to Vessi Footwear, use the code tinyurl.com/VessieClay and receive $15. Receive a free pair of socks valued at $15 to $20 with your next Vessi purchase. As always, subscribe, like the video, leave a donation, gift a membership, become a member, upgrade your membership, rate and review on a podcast platform. Let's get to your questions for the next 15 minutes. It's been roughly a month since Taka took over the coaching reins from Boudreau. What's something you noticed over this last month? I think I've seen better structure and better effort from the team. Do you know if you're going to the April 2nd game? It's a Sunday 5 p.m. game against the Kings. Yes, I do believe I'm going to that game. I see. The game over sticker is how I feel about the Kuzmenko scoring the OT winner. Oh, I didn't. Oh, why? I don't get it. It's yellow. It's yellow and nice writing. What does that mean? Tell me what that means, Harry. Do you think there'll come a point where the offers for Shen aren't great, that they resign him? Yeah, Fangirl, great question. I don't think they're going to resign him, but what it would mean if the offers aren't that great, they're just going to keep him until the end of the year and then figure out what they're going to do. So they won't resign him before the year ends, but they could resign him in the summer for sure, or before he gets to free agency. Yeah, no problem, David. No problem. I'm okay. Thank you. Clay, if the Canucks offer you a one-day contract, would you take it? Of course. What do I get to do that? Is it like a one-day contract to be the chef or the strength and conditioning coach, or is it the organ player or on the ice? Of course I'd take it. Of course, I'd have to make every opposing player agree that they wouldn't hurt me, though. Thoughts on Hughes being the first defenseman in franchise history to reach 50 assists in back-to-back seasons? It just shows how talented he is. We've never had a defenseman with his pedigree. I wish it was green and blue, just it was in the sticker category. No, Harry, I don't care what color it is. Thank you for the generous donation. I appreciate you for sure. Do I think the Canucks will start playing worse? I don't, your average dude. You can never get any player with pride will not play worse or not try their hardest. You can make coaching decisions and management decisions, i.e. have 8 guys on IR like the Canucks do, to lessen your chances of winning, but I don't think they'll start playing worse intentionally. One-day contract to play in a game? Yes, of course. Yes, we will find you, Harry, on March the 6th. Do you have high hopes of getting good returns for potential players that might be traded with how trades are going now? Yeah, I admit, Edmund, I'm more optimistic than I was at the start of this week, for sure, when you see what players are getting traded for. Do I think Edler signs a one-day contract to retire as a Canuck? Yeah, I could see it. I think that this team and city means a lot to him. I could see it. Do I see any other moves? Yeah, Scott Rinto didn't seem to think so. Parker didn't seem to think so. I think they might make one more minor move, but I could also see them just doing the Shen move and that's it. Then when you consider the Horvat, the Stillman, and the Krastov, that's like 4 trades already in the span of a month. Leaf fans are delusional. Saw many of them on Twitter talking about Kerfoot for Höglander. Yeah, no, Kerfoot's too expensive, and Höglander's still has a lot of promise. How many more games you see Demko starting for Team Tank? 20 more games, 22 more games left. I could see Demko playing 15 of them. I really do. Could Luke Shen take a hometown discount? Yeah, that's a good question, Lucas. I don't know. I think he might think he's got more than a year left in him, but I hear what you're saying. I don't know. That's a good question. Do you know any other very good players? Yeah, the top 5 or 6 are supposed to be really good, whatever order they go in. Bedard, Fantilli, Michkov, Carlson, Benson. I'm missing one. That was only 5. I'm missing one for sure, but there's like 5 or 6 who are supposed to be really, really good. If there's one last game between the last and second last teams in the NHL and the loser finished with the top number 1 draft, do you think teams would try to lose? Yes. If they were allowed to lose and they were allowed to do that without repercussion, of course they'd try and lose, especially in a year like this year. I don't know how you do that, though. If you just don't shoot on net, you completely shoot wide, then someone's got to win. If it takes trading you, Clay, in order for the Canucks to land the top 3 of the draft, would you waive your no move in order to do so? I'll also join you. Yeah, well, Peter, are you like the sweetener that otherwise someone wouldn't take me, or are you just making the trade package that much better? Yeah, I would take one for the team for sure. Brian, no more spoilers for me, please. I have not watched the show yet, so Brian, please refrain from telling me anything about Raw. I appreciate that. Thank you. Ay. How would you change the draft lottery rules if you were the commissioner? I'm actually okay with them right now. Truly, I am. I think it's a system that they've tinkered with. They've tried to make it so as the same team can't win too many times. I'm okay with it, Fangirl. I'd have to think about that a little bit more, but you're never going to get a perfect system, especially if you want to try and reward teams that don't make the playoffs. So you're kind of faced with what we see this year, what we see every year, is teams not trying their hardest. No worries, Brian. You didn't know. It's all good. It's all good. Just don't do any more, please. That's fine. No problem. Thoughts on Garland's play since Togger's taken over? Peter, almost the same. He's noticeable because he works hard, but then he's not the most effective player, but he's slowly picking up points. So I think he's been okay. Would you take a dare, and if you lose a bet wear rival team's jersey? Yeah, I would do that because it's so out of character for me. I'm not worried that people are going to think I'm a traitor or anything. They'll know that something was up. I do believe Tocchet has brought structure to the Canucks, but allowing 3 goals per game is a big problem. Yes, I agree. What are the odds of getting the top 3? Not great. Not great, especially if we finish in 6. We'd have to win one of the 2 draft lotteries, and I think at 6 you only get somewhere between a 5 or 7% chance. I don't have the odds right in front of me. Vancouver has hosted an all-star game, yes. Way back in the 90s, though. What's the worst bet I've been a part of? The worst bet. I'm trying to think. I haven't had to do anything too silly, wear anything too silly. I'd have to think about that one. I know I lost $50 on the Super Bowl to my son Sean because I took the Eagles. Maybe that's bad because of the money value. Should the NHL go back to the old playoff system of first versus 8? I know a lot of people like that. I do know why they're doing it like they're doing now is they're trying to build up divisional rivalries. I'm actually okay with it right now, but 1-8-2-7-3-6 is quite intriguing for sure. Yeah, the elbow to Amon, the high stick to Hughes, really too bad tonight. I don't know how you can fix that though. Yeah, their offense is not a problem with this team, that's for sure. Dylan, that's a great question. I can't remember last time the Canucks have had a shutout. How do you grade the trade so far? The Horvat for Bovillier, I'll give it a B. The Krastov, I'll give it A-. And the Stillman one for Josh Bloom, I'll give it an A. The video of you, Sean, and Jacob booing is funny. Is that the one that we filmed for the NHL commercial? Yes, 1998. Thank you, Lucas, for that. Kuzmenko has improved, and that's even after Tocchet benched him or cut his ice time for a few games. If you're not a Canucks fan, what team would you be a fan of? Canada or USA? Well, Canada. And then because Winnipeg is my second favorite team, but then my next 2 favorite are Tampa and Colorado. Last year was the last shutout. That makes sense. Do you like the Stillman trade? I love it. I love it. If Parayko is available, would you like the Canucks pursue? No. How old is he? I've never been a big Colton Parayko fan, to be honest with you. Some more stats. 9 out of 11. Oh, I missed the first part. 3 goals allowed. Of the 9 that featured 3 or more goals allowed, 8 featured 4. Yes. All to say we are not a good defensive team. They shut out the Kings, I believe, 4-0 in Boudreau's first game. The refs need better glasses. The ones that are wearing them, yeah. If I see the skate logo in the current Canucks colors, I think it would take me a while to get used to it, to be honest with you. For fun, I think a league where regulation order of standings or regular order of standings gets number of lottery balls, then the teams that miss the playoffs should also have consolation tourney and winner that gets extra ball. Interesting. I've also heard of that. You basically count points and standings for the non-playoff teams from the day that they get eliminated from playoff contention. It's basically a way to incentivize a team to still play well, even if they're out of the race. Interesting, Justin. I remember that funny time when you were booing from a suite during the season when you were... Yes, that is a funny story. I've told that story a couple times. Basically, I wasn't supposed to be in the arena. I was Marie's guest. I was booing, and you could hear it on TV. And some of the media were having fun with it, saying, I can hear Canuck Clay booing. And then the Canucks called me the next day and said to remove all my footage. They did have one in September during the preseason, but does it count? Yes. I do not think the Blues will trade Binnington. Clay, if you had the opportunity to, and in a hypothetical, would you ever develop a fan-focused hockey league with fellow hockey YouTubers, Isles Girl and Steve Dangle? Lucas, it sounds intriguing. I'd have to learn more about the structure and learn more exactly what you're asking about, but it sounds kind of interesting. I think Demko looked fine. I think he looked healthy. I think he was fine, Peter. Did Dallas play well? Yeah, they did. They had a lot of high danger scoring chances. Yeah. Some thought that was offside, the game-winning goal, but then they also missed a couple penalties too. Justin's getting a Canucks jersey. Nice. Yeah, I see. I shouldn't say too much. I've probably said too much already, but in essence, I had to wipe any evidence that I was there that night. Because I get it. The health authority was coming down. Bonnie Henry at the time was coming down on places, and the Canucks. Yeah, I didn't want to get them in trouble or make it look like they're breaking rules. I was there as Marie's guest. Marie had a job to do, to sing the anthems, but I guess that was too loud. I want to see a Puma. What does that mean? Podkolzin is my next jersey. Nice. Is Seelovs the future? I do think so. Martin's got one more left on his contract. That's the year you keep Seelovs down in Abbotsford and then see what happens from there. Oh, a Pullman trade. No, Lucas, I think Seelovs will be in Abbotsford for one more year. Beauvillier looking even better after each game. Yeah, he looks like a good player. I think he was behind other good players in the Islanders, though. Tick giveaway? No, I don't like to give away ticks, Sam. Myers needs to be bought out ASAP. It doesn't make sense. It's better, Jude, to trade him after he gets his bonus payment in the summer. Could Podkolzin be a top 6? Eventually, and I keep using the Tage Thompson example of you got to give a guy 5 or 6 years to develop. Demko appears to be unlucky to have been injured. I hope he's put the long injury stint behind him. We never know for sure. If we end up winning the lottery, I'll get a Bedard. I think you won't be the only one, Justin. I see. Are you serious? You actually, the game I was at, it was Vancouver, Ottawa. You actually remember hearing me boo? Are you sure? Or are you just saying that? Brian wants to know if anyone wants to buy a Kessler jersey. Kravtsov was turning into a 60-plus guy. Wow, that's a bold prediction. If Besser gets traded, too many would rather take the Dumba or Greenway contract. Oh, I have to look at both. I think Dumba makes a lot, right? Okay, round up some YouTubers and do a playoff pool. It would be kind of fun. Yeah, but I also playoff pool might be kind of cool, but I also do my own big pool, which we had almost 60 people in last year. I might focus my energy on that, but I'll consider that for sure. If JT is still injured, are they able to trade him? Yes, they are able to trade him. I mean, they're allowed to trade him, but I don't know if anyone would actually take him. See Bedard going to Columbus. Do you think Bo is slowly building his game and did I just give up on him? Yeah, I do think he's been building up his game, and I think you have to give up quality sometimes to get quality. And they saw an opportunity to get Bo Horvat, and they probably didn't think twice, or maybe they thought twice. Maybe it wasn't a hard decision, but I'm sure the Canucks wanted something good back. Your average dude, you can buy out a player from their contract. It means you have to carry a penalty though on your salary cap for 2 times as long as the contract was supposed to be, but then you only end up paying 2/3 of the total cost. So you save 1/3 in money, but it extends the cap hit, and then that player then is allowed to go sign with another team. With Martin struggles, do you think the Canucks look for a veteran backup Demko in the offseason? I think they do. I think they got to have more insurance than that. Ticket giveaway. Mentioned Sam that I'll do something when I get to my 10K. Do you consider any of the new acquisitions core or untouchable in the offseason? Well, I don't think they need to move Josh Bloom yet. And Kratzov, there's always the threat of him going back to the K. As of right now, do you feel that we got the better half of the Bo for Bo trade because Bo has more points? Yeah, you can't just look at points, but I certainly don't think we lost that trade. I'm not going to sit here and say we won it, but I don't think we lost it. How's that? Yeah, the likes are at 38 average, dude. Thank you. I could see Chicago getting him or Columbus. Yep. Kratzov has no confidence. Yeah, I don't know if you're talking about on the ice or when you heard him in his media. It wasn't the best. I actually do remember hearing distinct booing noises. I thought they edited him with a fake fan noise, but I don't think I heard that any time. It was me. I do think PD will be the next captain. I think no one has much confidence this season. Front office has picked goalies without a record of injuries. Ratu is an interesting player to keep an eye on. I think JR and Alvin are playing the hard retool. Look, something is brewing. Maybe. And I think they're making Ratu earn his ice time. Team is looking better with OEL or without OEL. Clay, if you could have a goal horn as your car horn, which one would you choose? I actually am not a big goal horn guy, so I would have to do some research before I make a good answer. I'm at mobile right now. I can't see. No problem. Can't see what, though? I can't remember what I said. PD looks like Super Mario with blonde hair. Yeah, without OEL, yeah, he was having a tough season for sure. With how much Martin struggled in net as the main goalie during Demko's injury, do you see him being part of the Canucks' future? I see him battling for the backup spot next year, and if he doesn't make it, they can send him down to Abbotsford to back up Artur Silovs because he's only got one more year left on his cheap contract. Canucks front office when looking for a goalie, looking for one without a lengthy record of injuries. Yes. Do I cuss off camera? Yeah. As soon as I turn it off, I just start dropping F-bombs and calling people didn't know. I don't swear. I don't swear, Sam. I don't need to swear to express myself. I would never judge someone who does swear, but I don't need to. Thanks, Clay. Enjoyed all 3 shows. Oh, awesome. McDeasy, you were at all 3. Thank you. Thank you for your effort. I appreciate you. Yeah. Anyone else, if you're at all 3 tonight, if you're at Game Over, Canucks After Dark, and this one, give yourselves a pat on the back and identify yourselves in the chat because I want to give you some love for sure. Thank you, McDeasy. Appreciate the effort. I really do. Fair to say, Silov's even brief. Looks like he will be able to handle the reins of an NHL goalie. I do. Remember, he's only 21 years old. He's looked calm. He's been good. What's your reaction be if someone cuss here right now? Why? They might get moderated out, but I'm not going to kick them out of the stream unless they continue to do it repeatedly. How would you react off camera when the Canucks win the Stanley Cup? Off or on camera, I will cry. I will hug everyone and kiss everyone. You're at all 3. Thank you, Fangirl. Would you take the mascot job if it became available? No, I'd get too warm, claustrophobic, and I don't think I'm athletic enough. I think I have the personality to do so, but how much? Well, yeah, I think I could do it. Do some of it. I'm sure it's a pretty tough job. I don't know if I could do all of it. 2 out of 3. Thank you, I see. D's Vancouver Canucks. Okay, let's do that. With Silovs, we don't want to rush him like how Columbus rushed Pascal Leclerc and Steve Mason. There's some pulls from the past. Okay, guys, I'm going to... 2 out of 3 ain't bad at all, says Jason, and I agree with that for sure. And then Lucas, 2 out of 3 as well. So thanks to everyone who was either here for all 3 shows, only 2 of the shows, or just this one. I still appreciate you. And Ann says, thank you for entertaining for 3 shows tonight. Very entertaining. No, I think you're most welcome, Ann. I think on days where I have Game Over and Canucks After Dark, I don't think I need to do this show. As much as I love this community, I also got to make sure it makes sense to do 3 shows on a night. But I'm not complaining. It's not like the Monday where I did 4 shows, where I did Kaya's podcast, Kim's podcast, Canucks After Dark, and then my own show. And then I got myself sick the week I went before Dallas. So the week before I went, I think I'm okay. But I will do my best to rest now. Do a bit of studying, watch Raw, and then get to bed. So we'll see what time that ends up being. So thanks everyone for being here. Moderators, thank you. I'm not sure how busy you were tonight, but that's okay. Members, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang. Thanks to all. Well, I see they can't say all out of three because they're here. Thanks to all of you, Hall of Fame and franchise members. Thanks to you guys as well. I appreciate you. Everyone who donated tonight. That was Lucas, Jason, Harry, and then a late one from Lucas as well. Thank you. Let's give Lucas some love. $3 for 3 shows in a row. Oh, I should have done 20. I should have done 20 shows then. Thank you, Lucas. I appreciate you and your generosity as well. Let's give Lucas some love in the chat. So thanks everyone for being here. Always appreciate you. Never take you for granted. On the way out, subscribe, like the video, leave a donation, become a member, upgrade your membership. Tomorrow, I'll be doing one show at 11 p.m. after I get back from bowling. And then Wednesday will be the 9,900 subscriber giveaway show. Thursday will be a post game after the Canucks and Wild. And then we'll see what happens on the weekend with trade deadline. And then some bowling stuff I'll tell you about as we get closer to the weekend. So thanks everyone. You guys are awesome. Shout out to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate, Perform and Transform, Personal Training, Weight Loss. And thanks to all of you for being here tonight. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. And you guys know that I like to play the piano, but I used to play piano by ear. But now I use my hands. God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah.